has so much flexibility here to get around the map. When we're going back to the early picks of this draft and we're talking about the Rise and the Pantheon, trying to play those side lanes, Sion here will be a very strong piece.
Yeah, and that Cassiopeia helps make up for that.
Exactly. That's why you want to pair it with some of those DPS mid lane.
Out of the way, they've got to get comfortable on stage. Oh, the ulti.
Yeah, Inspired's ready to come in, but a beautiful ulti coming out from Caps right into the miasma. Sees Broken Blade coming in for the flank, but he roots him up defensively. FlyQuest bringing in the backup. Mantra Q hits Broken Blade and Lebrov. Broken Blade here on the very front line. Decimate's not going to find him. Caps and Lebrov putting a little bit of damage into Quad. They're going to catch him out on the very side of the fight. Miasma to lock him up, but he flashes away. Now Scumon's ready to come in here with a Nature's Grasp. G2, beautiful start to the fight as Bwipo tries to get away, but it's first blood over to Han Sama. Quad very low as he tries to escape, and G2 get a one for nothing. G2 here. Tier 1 games played though, large difference. Inspired being around a lot longer than Scumond is now. Looks like Caps has found plenty of damage into Bwipo as the Sion has to try to escape this Cassiopeia. Decimating smash right in turret range. Bwipo with the solo bolo on Caps. There's a snake in his boot. Right on the edge of the tower range is Masu now. There's no way out of that one. Beautiful angle from Lebrov. The Varus might have. They find that pick onto Masu as well. They're feeling really good as Broken Blade's in some danger. Inspired's ready to join here with a Grand Starfall. The Infernal Chain's going to pull him back a little bit. Broken Blade doing a great job healing up. Decimating Smash finds another stun. Quad's ready, and Inspired gets the
multiple people here. Can Lebrov find?
All right, Bwipo. Let's see if he can try to get out of this one, but with no ulti, it's going to be tough. Bwipo trying to keep the escape going here, but just turns around, goes for the decimating smash onto Caps. He knows there's no way to escape this one. Lebrov just providing enough CC there for Caps and Scumond to be able to take down this Sion. So G2 now claims the feat of warfare. FlyQuest by FlyQuest, but G2 have already made their way onto the Dragon. Bwipo's going in. Looks like FlyQuest wants to take some sort of a fight here, but the Drake is already going to be claimed by Scumond. Broken Blade taking some damage here in the pit, but he's doing a beautiful job healing back up. Lebrov now into the back line of FlyQuest. Masu's going to be punted forward. More damage over the FlyQuest AD carry, but he's getting away for now. Caps has to run. He tries to escape. Nobody's dead on either side here just yet, but a massive force shot coming out from Han Sama. G2 and FlyQuest both hurt. Make it 6 in the middle of the sentence, but Han Sama has completed Infinity Edge on the Jhin. Absolutely massive on that one. As Bwipo finds Caps here, jumps right back in for the ulti. There's the Inspired ult, and he knows this time. He's ready. He turns his back.
Comes Caps. He used the Hex Gates to get there. Lebrov is pretty far in base.
Okay, Bwipo here on the very front line. Scumond going to take a little bit of damage there from the Mantra Q of Busio. Quad looking for a bit more. Caps takes a chunk.
Lebrov.
FlyQuest with control over the river right now. Lebrov off to the side. He has regenerated his HP, but now Scumond is down to 1/3. Inspired makes the engage on the Caps, and the Cassiopeia is already down. G2 have lost their cannon, and they're about to lose the ship. FlyQuest go in with a massive realm warp, and they're ready to chase down the rest. Lebrov is caught, and it's beef for dinner. FlyQuest are eating good.
See how G2 reacts, and Quad now out of position.
Yeah, Quad is in some serious danger. Lebrov ready to set it up and catch the Rise immediately into the petrifying gaze. Quad using his arm guard for a whole lot of nothing. It's a kill plus a wasted active on their approach. Bwipo and Inspired making their way up, but keep your eyes on Broken Blade. He's coming around from the side, but Inspired's ready to intercept him. Busio trying to get away. He's caught at the very edge of the Nature's Grasp. Broken Blade is low, but it does not matter. He's Aatrox. He's going to heal right, back, up. Caps low, but not in that much danger. Seraph's giving him the shield, keeping him alive. Masu still firing. Bwipo and Inspired trying to help. It's a 5v3. G2 make their way onto the Baron, and FlyQuest wants to step up to try to stop it. Masu's the only damage really remaining. Inspired tries to go in, but the Miasma's already ready to try to take care of him. Inspired throwing up the shield. Bwipo and Masu stuck in the pit looking to deal with the Baron. Inspired going right back in, but he's already going to be knocked into the Guardian Angel. It's stolen away by Masu! 2v5 now. FlyQuest trying to fight back. Broken Blade wants to get away. Inspired back to life for the Guardian Angel. FlyQuest.
Ultimates to just keep throwing it out, looking for more, but Lebrov is looking.
Masu getting caught. This is massive engage coming out from G2, but Caps takes a lot of damage before Masu dies. Bwipo's made his way onto the G2 mid laner. Lebrov and Caps are both low, but Caps still standing for now. Finally going to be brought down. Busio taking the kill credits as Lebrov wants to use the Crouch. Doesn't escape. Remember the side effect of the Death's Dance. Bwipo trying to look for an angle here. Charges in after Lebrov. The Alistar is going to be the target. Bwipo's here in the front line, but now it's Inspired into the back line. Han Sama with a flash away. Inspired, looking to put the pressure on, throws up the shield, staying alive for now, still has Guardian Angel, doesn't have to spend it. Caps makes his way into the fight with the use of the teleport. G2 fighting back. Skumond looking for the back line of FlyQuest. Bwipo's here in the front, but he's tanking a lot of damage. Skumond putting the pressure on, but the firepower from FlyQuest is massive. Skumond barely staying alive. The curtain call is open, but the show does not go. Broken Blade has made his TPN. Bwipo's already charging forward here with the ulti. The Baron down to about half HP. FlyQuest coming around. Remember, Inspired still has the Guardian Angel. Bwipo here in the front. Nice punt away coming out from LeBron. G2 still going in, looking to take the Baron. It's secured by Skumond. G2's going to try to fight their way out now as Skumond is locked up in the room prison, and FlyQuest bursts him down. LeBron has the unbreakable will, but FlyQuest will break him anyway.
FlyQuest don't have to hesitate.
Nope, they won't. As soon as you say it, Betty, Caps is already under the pressure from Inspired. Another Grand Starfall makes its entry. Another death for the Cassiopeia. FlyQuest will claim the mid lane inhibitor as Hans opens up the curtain call. He'll try to clear the wave a little bit with it, but Inspired doesn't care. FlyQuest in a 5v2. Hans and Broken Blade, nowhere to go. FlyQuest now onto the Nexus itself as Hans is forced back into the fountain, and FlyQuest take game one.
Insane.
Love him or hate him, he had such an impact in this game, Dracos.
Yeah, he absolutely did. And this is the thing.
What it's going to be. The Garen with the execute. So thinking about the executes on Cassante, locks it in. The Garen execute is effective if you get ulted.
So for those of you who might not be
for the
familiar,
tankier route with the resolve, sometimes with Garen, you'll see people take the Axiom.
nicely done from Inspired, but now in the bottom lane, Boostio's about to die! First blood over to G2! Nicely done, as Masu wants to try to get something back, but the only thing he's gonna get is a trauma. He's up in farm, he's up in kills, he's up in gold, and now he's valking in after Bwipo, who has to turn around and run. Yes, you are a Garen, yes, you're up in levels, but you're in a 1v2. Now Quad in some danger with the timing. Now that last grub, the target here for FlyQuest. Bwipo's coming up around the side, FlyQuest looking to go in as Quad finds the engage. Follow up there with a Cyclone, and Hans is already down. Nice damage coming in from the Wukong, but now Caps is between worlds. LeBron is low. Caps has to go back over the wall, and Broken Blade has found his way into the middle of the fight, but Busio is already out. A bit of damage into LeBron, forcing G2 back away, and this is kind of what you were talking about, Betty, as FlyQuest feels comfortable leaving Masu alone to try to farm the souls, but they shouldn't be this comfortable. Masu in danger now, as Busio shows up in time. Bwipo any more ticks on the spin. G2 starting up the second Drake of the game, now immediately turning for the engage onto Inspired. He drops the clone, he tries to get back away, and Skillmon's gonna be killed instead. Masu rotates into the fight, and Quad and Busio are looking at LeBron. Use the spin before Broken Blade enters into the scrap there with a Pathmaker, but it's G2 who want to find the kill here onto the Garen. Immediately, Skillmon makes the engage. Bwipo is low, flashing away, trying to finding some sort of an outplay, but immediately Broken Blade goes all out. Skillmon, though, trying to get himself away as Busio wants to get one back, but the kill credit...
As you say, it does cost them one flash. Now Busio in the middle!
Nice play coming out from LeBron, and immediately Broken Blade looking to slam Busio back into the wall, but Busio with a two-man stun, ready to set it up as Caps goes between worlds. Busio gets away underneath the turret. The tempered fade is perfect. Inspired, needing one more hit of LeBron. He'll get the kill. Busio stays alive. Inspired about to die to Hans Sama. There's dead bodies on both sides as Quad.
Giving you a little bit more value around the poke. I personally still prefer the Trinity Force. I just think it spikes harder in the mid game, and we'll see if it comes to fruition now as the root comes through.
Yeah, LeBron getting bound up. Chain CC, he can't press a button.
Busio hovering here too. Watch out for the Bard ultimate.
Inspired, gonna find Skewmon there as he clones back over the wall, but now Quad could be in danger. Immediately drops the combo onto G2, but instead it's the full engage. Tempered Fate looking to stuff that engage now as Hans summons under pressure, but Inspired has to try to get away. The Senna ulti over the top, as now the turret is destroyed into the bottom lane at the same time. G2, they get the shutdown back on the Quad's Annie. It is the question that'll answer whether or not FlyQuest can take this soul. G2 moving up with a full 5-man roster to try to stop it, as Bwipo immediately tries to engage on the Captain Hans, but Bwipo's gonna be isolated. Immediately the Senna ulti trying to reinforce FlyQuest top laner, but he's gonna be taken out before anything else happens. FlyQuest in some trouble. Broken Blade here with the front line, goes all out and he manages to stay alive. He's gonna kill Quad. Broken Blade popping off. G2 slamming the fight. The target selection was better. Khan is already low. Lebrov goes in for the engage on Busio, but he gets away on a magical journey. Broken Blade here to front line now, as Whippo's already spinning on top of him. The Garen damage is big, but Broken Blade still getting himself away. The Otacon is claimed by G2. Broken Blade still the target. FlyQuest side. Broken Blade still clearing the distance. Inspired can catch up, finds the last hit there for the shutdown. Whippo and Quad are way too far forward. Quad's already going to be killed as Busio finds a big tempered fate, but Whippo's going to die now too. Skewmon heals with the triumph, but he does not die. FlyQuest solo laners go in alone. Masu and Inspired now ready to try to follow up, but Hansama's already able to make the distance. Lebrov with a crash down over the wall, but Inspired.
Big teamfight win before Dragon, stopping the soul stacking and getting the Otacon. Whippo is at it again though.
Yeah, Whippo wants to go in after Hans. Tempered Fate finds the Corki, but nobody else. FlyQuest going in. Inspired ready here with a Cyclone. Hansama's already down. Masu trying to get away from Lebrov. Looks for a little bit more damage. If they can kill the Rel too, that's going to be huge. Whippo goes in for the Stride Breaker. A little bit more damage is there, and Masu's already got the kill. Now Broken Blade about to die here too. It's 3 for FlyQuest now, but could there be a counterpunch? Quad's in danger. The engage from G2 this time onto the FlyQuest mid. He's going to die immediately. Whippo and Inspired looking to turn things around, maybe under Skewmon. A little bit more damage is needed, and Whippo's already got the kill there with Demacia and Justice. Now Broken Blade still here on the front. Lebrov takes another hit over the head from Wukong. Masu has joined the fight. Broken Blade's got to make some distance, but another Tempered Fate locks up G2. Hansama hit with a binding, but they can't follow it up with enough damage. Masu's got a lot of range on Senna now, and Broken Blade is low. Masu getting himself away as Inspired drops the clone to drop the aggro. Now Whippo still spinning around, but it's only minions under fire. FlyQuest dancing with the line here between greatness and disaster. G2 low on health, backing up. FlyQuest still with the Baron. Caps!
MSI Soul Stealer here.
Yep.
And since they got the feats, they also have the upgraded boots.
But we're already into a fight. Inspired finds the engage into Caps and Lebrov. Caps gets himself away. Inspired takes a massive chunk, but Lebrov is the one whose body hits
and
the
it's
floor.
no different in this matchup. FlyQuest continues to punish them. Inspired is active on the map, and Quad?
Yeah, Quad's in danger. Stun onto both of them, though, as Quad tries to get away, but Broken Blade is going all out. He's in some danger himself. Busio trying to lock him up. Broken Blade is all out, but FlyQuest bring more men. Inspired. And kills tied 13-13. Yeah, it's a 2,500 gold lead for FlyQuest, but that's not a lot. The Cloud Soul, obviously, being a much bigger difference maker. Silence under Broken Blade from Whippo, but now G2 ready to step in. Caps goes between worlds, and Masu's already almost dead. Down to 200 HP. Quad's already eliminated, but now Caps is also dead. Masu continuing to fire. Surviving by 100 was enough, and Lebrov is about to die next. FlyQuest turn it around. G2, they try to pick Masu. They fall ever so short, but it is just enough for FlyQuest.
The front line for FlyQuest does so much there. The double spinning to winning is able to cut through them, and Masu actually survived the entire thing, kiting back, and with the sustain, and with the peel.
In two separate lanes.
Baron buff on the minions with the Elder Dragon on themselves, so threatening.
And they immediately decide to go in for the engage. G2 under pressure, Dawning Shadow, gonna guarantee the first kill. Skewmon's already down and Inspired is legendary. Broken Blade goes all out as Whippo's gonna be in some danger. The shutdown credit goes over to Lebrov. Inspired is far forward. He's likely to burn down here, but he's already got the Guardian Angel. Broken Blade continuing to kite out, but it's not enough. Stealing away some camps to try to heal back up, while the rest of FlyQuest continues pushing Nexus turrets. Masu has so much range, G2 can't get anywhere near it. The Nexus already under fire. Quad with the engage. The Elder with the execute, and FlyQuest on the game-winning push for match point.
Players' game knowledge is at such a high level that each and every one of them can make decisions independently. They don't need a simple game plan. Today,
all right, Caps on the carry in the mid lane. This is the guy to look at to see if he can keep G2's hopes alive. Any player at 193. Only Faker is ahead of
Like I was talking about, like Inspired is covering this route, so they've been trying to trap this.
Oh, but Skewmon's caught out there by the tangle barbs from Busio. Inspired waiting over the wall. One more hit from the club.
They're going for the maiden first.
Okay. Whippo's maiden at 500 HP. Whippo trying to keep this wave from crashing into the turret. Drops the cage, but Whippo's down to 300 HP. Ardent Blaze does hit him. Skewmon taking damage there from the turret. Whippo kills him! Skewmon gives a free one over, and Whippo buries him there with a shovel. Now up in the top side. It's one traded back, but they
again, and Skumon actually visits, but Inspired is here covering.
Yeah, Broken Blade goes for the rupture, does not hit it. Whippo getting away, but he's all
trying to go straight through front line.
Okay, the Dragon's already down to 2,000. Inspired gets the shield. Lebrov tries to go in. The Drake is already slain by Skumon as Lebrov tries to get away, but there's the Pillar of Filth. The Hex Gates activate, but that's not going to matter. Lebrov tries to escape, but Masu puts the last shot in his back as that's a 4th kill of the game for FlyQuest.
Bait out that hook into the wall, and then he saves his Pillar for the exit. So FlyQuest, even though they lose that Dragon, wait a second.
Quad's in danger, Broken Blade. He has his feast ready. The Rupture silences him up, beats him down, and eats a 5-man play around the bottom lane tier 1 turret. They might look to go for the dive. Caps coming around from the side. Masu knows he has to try to walk this one out the long way. Lebrov and Caps isolated. Lebrov trapped inside the Yorick cage. Lebrov dies. Teleport coming in for FlyQuest.
I'm with
right
you.
now.
Okay, the feasts have been good.
Ooh, no Broken Blade with a knock-up. Now G2's coming in. They found Whippo.
Yeah.
This could be the fight they need right there. Easily go either way. Caps is still top side. He's got his teleport if he needs it. He wants to go after the tier 1 turret to get the gold a little bit closer. He will find his target. Inspired steps forward, but a quick burst of damage coming out from Han Sama. Now Lebrov's got to be careful. He finds a dredge line, but he immediately has to flash back out. Lebrov is already down. Quad grabbing the kill on that one. Caps makes his way in with a TP. Can he find the flank? Broken Blade flashing away, barely staying alive. Masu jumping in, needs a little bit more damage. Master's already got the kill. G2 are gonna get wiped off Summoner's Rift. FlyQuest find the moment instantly. The latest chapter of the rivalry is written as an epitaph for Europe, and FlyQuest eliminates G2 from here is going to be the loser of BLG versus T1. That is some tough
big plays around the map as it is going to be the Ornn. We
So
talked about it
reliable.
early on. All reliable here for Keen. Just going to play for the rest of his team. Not going to be the most fun matchup, but once you get Koenig,
It is a monumental task for AL, but I'm sure they're up to the challenge. A good start to this MSI. Chovy obviously continues to play well as Kyle actually going in here onto Duro. Duro down to 100 HP, the Ignite ticking, but it won't be enough to kill him off. One TP coming in, Tarzan looking for this, can't land as Canyon gets a smite. TP from Kin, call to the forward, Duro with a double knock-up, and onto the back line. Kyle is already knocked up and taken out. First blood to Gen.G. The dive in from Tarzan, but now he's in the middle of the enemy team. Tarzan falls second. Chovy goes between worlds, and AL is sent to the afterlife. Hope able to kill Canyon off, but Hope should go down.
Flandre!
With a flame spitter, will be able to get one of his own. Keen can't get in range and doesn't have the mana to kill off Hope or Shanks. Ruler's going to be able to walk away. Keen comes in, the curtain's open, but Shanks is just outside the window, unable to be connected there. Flandre takes the fine couple of shots.
Kyle's here.
Kale coming across as well. Shanks has enough mana for another disintegrate. The electrocute procs, and Keen will fall in the end. A 3-for-3 exchange.
But that was a really, really messy fight, and Tarzan might be in trouble.
He's going to try and walk away from this one. Cannon comes in with a Wind Becomes Lightning, but doesn't follow it up with an Audacious Charge, and now they turn it back onto Duro, because Hope is here, and he rings Eternal. Tarzan heals up through the Triumph, and Canyon's down as well.
Pulling the TP from Keen, able to get Tarzan's flash out of there.
Duro with the knockback. Unbreakable Will so powerful at this moment of the game. The Equalizer not really going to hit onto too much. TP coming in from Chovy as well as Canyon is trading with Flandre. The curtain's open and Hope goes in with a Killer Instinct. Ruler flashes away, but now Keen's here to save his AD carry. He can't do that. Kyle up towards the top side with the Grand Cypher coming in. He's going to fall first. Flandre getting chased down by Canyon as well, but he'll get the kill with a Flame Spitter. Now Tarzan's on the face of Chovy and will continue to chase him down. Duro, Berto, Crisp. It's well done states.
we'll see if AL is going to fall from the bait. Gen.G, I think, looking for the 5v5.
Yeah, Duro going in. TP coming out immediately from AL as they want to try and trade it back. Hope the first target here. The knockup coming out from Keen as well, but the Equalizer now to the back line, and they haven't killed off Hope or Shanks. Keen forced down to about 2/3 HP as Hope dives forward, and Keen will die first. AL once again turn around the fight.
The ult!
And Starfall immediate stun onto Chovy, who jumps backwards between worlds. Kyle going in with the Magnet Storm, surviving for oh so long. The chase continues as Hope has found a perfect flank onto Ruler. Ruler down, Duro to follow. Chovy flashes to safety for the rest of Gen.G.
AL ready to contest this.
Flandre on his way has the Equalizer, also has the Seekers if he wants to get a little bit aggressive. Keen on that front line. Tarzan jumping onto Ruler. There's the equalizer follow-up. Juro with a good knock-up, but Hope cannot be stifled. Ruler down. Between worlds goes Chovy, but they just don't have the damage. Canyon's on top of Hope, but he supercharges his way to safety. And Chovy once again is running for the hills. AL wipe away Gen.G.
They take down Gen.G, they get the Drake.
Keen gets out as well.
Hope is absolutely stellar in these fights. They're going to be able to clean up Chovy on the backside of this.
So Keen barely gets out. Chovy uses his TP. Front line maybe becomes a problem down the line, but right now they're down. 7.5k gold and Tarzan is looking.
Equalizer coming out. Tarzan looking for the flank onto Ruler. Kyle there for the follow-up. The Magnus Storm comes out. They just have so many tools in their toolbox. AL can miss everything and still kill off Gen.G. Chovy and Canyon trying to get back to the safety of their base, but Tarzan's having none of it. He'll pull Chovy back. The chase continues. The spear is ulting into the base. Kyle dashing forward as well as AL have used Tibbers to tank up their mid lane inhibitor tower, and Chovy. This is domination. It's a shellacking. Gen.G 20 series undefeated, and AL come out in game one and have shown them what they're about. Gen.G can't defend, and the LPL shines strong. 1-0 in this best of 5.
Oh, I'm so happy at anyone's legend. Could be the Braum coming through as well.
Braum into Nautilus, one of the most classic support counters we have ever seen. It's going to be a hard lane for Ruler and Juro, in my opinion.
I want to highlight again, there's Braum, there's Jax. I would be shocked if, even TF, if themselves some chickens here. Just farming up a storm as if it was there to go!
The paranoia coming out from Canyon. Destiny, the fear procs just in time to stop.
The vision in first rotation onto this Drake, although AL are looking to contest.
Keeper's Verdict comes out, Keen dodges it. Ruler doesn't do the same. Flandre now looking for a flank of his own as Canyon is going to be healed up, but he gets the double counter-strike stun into the Glacial Fissure, and I think Duro is just done for.
Is always there, and Banana Brush controls there for Kyle. Teleport comes in.
I was going to get hooked, but puts up the Unbreakable immediately. Glacial Fissure going down, only hits onto Duro. Keeper's Verdict being channeled by Tarzan. He doesn't finish it. There's the paranoia. Chovy looking for the flank position, but he's stunned off first. Canyon falling low, the jump back in with the counter-strike from Flandre. Chovy and Keen, though, on the backline with the Emperor's Divide. Chovy's going to fall Flandre. The Dawning Shadow, he jumps away from it. Keen. You see Shanks running from base, didn't have it off the Unshield spellbook. Keeper's Verdict, Tarzan stops the channel on it. There's the Destiny pop to give vision. Keen's going to jump into the pit. The hook lands. Unbreakable going down as well. Depth Charge used onto Hope. Keen trading down towards the bottom side as we see so much damage happening in the pit. Keen's going to get the kill. The Dawning Shadow with the Emperor's Divide in from Chovy, and now it's all on Shanks and Hope to try and survive, but Gen.G are having none of it. They try and chase them out. The Drake almost killing Chovy. Hope dashes back in, straight into a dredge line, and he gets 2 for it. Shanks looking for a little bit more. Everyone's so low. Has that gold card locked in. Ruler is able to get a bit of range advantage here as Shanks now needs to run away. Has no cards left to pick. Chovy dashes in, and it's the ace for Gen.G.
Consistently.
Verdict, double TP coming out. Last Embrace going to hit onto the Poppy. Duro knocked up, but I believe he buffered a hook out of that or something. Keen looking for the flank position. AL take control of the Arakan. Ruler low. Shanks has a gold card locked in, but Keen uses the Hallowed Miss to dodge away from it. Counter-strike coming in as well as Tarzan is knocked up and snipped down by Keen. Canyon falling low. He doesn't get the smite off in time. Absolutely anyone's legends will claim the Arakan. No, it's Chovy actually that takes it in the end. As AL now on the retreat, the hook just short. Wave uses the counter-strike. There's the Destiny as well for a little bit more vision. Keeper's Verdict comes down. No one is bound guilty, and the hook connects immediately. Tarzan has to flash away, and Gen.G haven't lost any health yet. They continue to push forward onto Kyle. Canyon going in with the paranoia as well. Flandre looking for the counter-strike, but all of Gen.G scatter, and he finds no one. He'll go to an early grave as Gen.G on the Baron. Canyon trying to get in here. Doesn't have smite. Canyon doesn't have smite and can't secure it, but Gen.G will look for the fight afterwards. Hope might just have to jump out of the back of the pit as the Baron has been taken by anyone's legend, and Hope just about escapes with his life, then has the flash, but Keen's on the chase. Hope with a good arcane shift over towards the
Hextech Soul!
The Hextech Soul for the slow is enough for the flank. Tarzan rooted with the last embrace. Chovy's here as well. Keen's on his way towards the back of the fight. Keeper's verdict coming out will knock away Keen, and perhaps anyone's legend will think this is a fight they can take. They can't.
Canyon.
Right now with the paranoia coming out. Shanks getting chased down. Kyle down to half HP. Tarzan the same. The Hextech Soul doing so much work as Keen comes in and snips them to pieces. Chovy flashing forward. Blandre with the counter-strike once again. Just can't land the stun. Gen.G wipe away.
Ruler flashing the Gen.G emote as he sieges in onto the inhibitor and the Nexus.
Gen.G show that there's a reason in series they haven't.
You see the damage right here. You know that Chovy on Azir usually that is going to go
disengage. The Akali can really pop off, but into the fact that you're playing into Vi, you're playing into Talia, which outside or obviously in the laning phase is the 1v1. I think Talia really does struggle once. That's not good. That's not good for the action.
It's
Where are my
60
combat
Ps
sums?
and to 150 HP. Pops the cookie early. Canyon hit with a decimating smash. No one tanking the tower now, but there's only one minion left. Oh, good flash from Blandre, but Canyon follows it perfectly. The zombie form will chase him. Canyon has to flash to escape.
That is 2 flashes for a Hextech alternator. The cookie in his inventory could have locked for some damage as Tarzan.
Still has the flash here. Canyon going in. There's the Weaver's Wall as well. Good stun onto Chovy. Hope comes in for a bit of damage. The seismic shove not connecting there. Shanks now looking for the flank. A good piercing arrow from Hope will take Duro down alongside Chovy, and in the end, Gen.G don't find the fight.
I see some question mark things. What's Crab doing there?
He went on a magical journey, man. Good stun with the Cosmic Binding. Canyon now the target. Hits 6, though. Has the cease and desist. Vault Breaker stopped by the pillar. Canyon will cease and desist forward, but Shanks is still on the chase. Another Cosmic Binding connects, and Canyon...
Whereas AL maybe looking to stow a Bard. That ultimate is available for Kyle and not for Duro.
Canyon goes in. The Vault Breaker doesn't hit Weaver's Wall from Chovy to try and separate cease and desist, but now Canyon's on the wrong side of the wall from the rest of his team, and Hope just deletes him. Keen in the middle of the public's execution is only going to hit on Kyle, but he flashes forward and he will kill off Hope. Blandre now with the decimating smash. Chovy flashing up towards the top side. Perfect execution from Shanks for the follow-up. The 5-point strike not enough, but Shanks will still find it. Dodges away from Duro as well. Keen's going to dally in around the blue buff, surviving for now, but should be chased down by Kyle and Blandre.
And Gen.G, they need to be synced up, but it's anything but. Canyon goes. Do they have the damage to take this down before the wall goes down?
I think the answer is most decidedly not. Unstoppable Onslaught coming out from Blandre as he looks for the backline. The Drake the target firstly here for Gen.G. Tarzan stepping forward, knocked back, the smite comes out. That is Canyon. Cease and desist coming out as well as they look for the backline. Perfect execution. Canyon's gonna fall. Meanwhile, Shanks on the backline looking for a little bit more. He's on Chovy. Can chase forward, dodges the seismic shove, and Blandre takes the kill in the end. Shanks still going in, dodges the battle dance and the grand entrance as well. Keen trying to get in, but Shanks' fancy feet are just sublime. Decimating smash will hit Ruler, but Gen.G looking for the battle again. Perfect execution available for Shanks. Public execution available for Keen. He jumps in. It's Kyle the target. There's the quickness as well, and Kyle is down. Duro will secure the kill. Meanwhile, on the backline, once again, it's Shanks, but they still have the cease and desist. He has to flash away from the Mega Inferno Bomb, and then dashes his way away as well with a perfect execution. The Rift Herald secured for AL. Weaver's Wall coming in from Chovy. Seismic shove does not connect. Blandre on the front line. Unstoppable Onslaught won't be enough. Hope has to flash the wall. Keen's going to flash to follow him. Blandre tracing the rest of Gen.G away. Keen
take all of it. Yep.
That's gone.
Yeah, with the frozen domain as well, it's just so quick. Quickness coming out, though. Double TP immediately invested from Gen.G as Duro looking to dance around this. Keen trying to fight it as well with the pillar going down. Keen continues to chase Chovy with the Weaver's Wall onto Shanks, but the unstoppable onslaught from Blandre will distract Gen.G enough. Canyon has the Mega Blast Cone. Vault Breaker across would get him in range, but
get a soul point, and Otacon is right there. And Gen.G need to retake control of River because AL are set up nicely.
Keen has his teleport. He's going to TP down towards that bot lane tri-bush. The Dragon already down at 5,000 HP. A flank position as well for Ruler, but he's caught out by Shanks and immediately assassinated! Shanks him as Duro now with the quickness can only run and hide. Keen the next target. Duro comes back in and it's a double! Good explosive minefield though from Ruler will keep AL from really being able to enter the river again. Canyon down on the Drake, 4,000 on it. Tarzan turning onto Keen, but he has a GA. Unstoppable Onslaught goes between the upright. Seismic Shove is going to connect. Canyon dashing back in. Keen being kept up towards the top side, but AL are scattered. Flandre down, goes into the zombie form. The quickness coming out as well. Duro chases forward, and Gen.G have delayed for long enough. The Weaver's wall in from Chovy, the dash away from Shanks. Unraveled Earth will get the stun onto him, and Keen continues to chase. Shanks has to flash away, but AL have already lost 3.
And the hero there is Keen, right? He distracted.
Keen goes in, Hope goes down. Shanks the only one standing from AL.
Of rulers. Ziggs as Flandre is in trouble again.
The Weaver's wall separating him from the rest of AL. Chovy will take the kill. The gold swing 4,000 now in favor of Gen.G. Well, 3.5.
Still standing, Satchel used. The Shanks should be able to get back to his turret or not.
Assist. Duro's going in with the quickness as well as they look for the chase onto Shanks, who's popped the stopwatch. Knocked back with the seismic shove as well as Shanks just doesn't get an opportunity to move. Gen.G have woken up in this game and AL just cannot answer them. Duro dashing forward, getting onto Hope, knocked back with the satchel charge as well as Keen continues to chase. Flandre in the middle of 5. What can you do in the face of so much hate? Gen.G will lose 1. They'll clean up the fight and they'll look towards the Nexus.
Gen.G about to get to match point.
They just rip control of the game away from anyone's legend, and they are 1 game away from their 20.
Row for this team. The last time they had a loss was on LCK Cup.
Covering the Talon, which would be a little bit of a shocker, I'll be honest, but does farm really well, has good ganks as well, and when you have lanes that are going to push like this Caitlyn and Karma, you can play around.
And even though I can see how this matchup will work, you just get to stack for free. K'Sante really shouldn't be able to hear.
Snuck behind them. Duro and Ruler, though, should be able to walk away. Good route onto Duro means that Tarzan can just wait out the flag and drag combo. Duro the first to fall. Tarzan looks for a little bit more, but can't quite catch out Ruler.
Circle gaming, but that's exactly what you want, right? Like the setup.
Chovy going in onto Hope, immediately dashing forward. The Pop Blossom stolen away. Hope has to flash. Kyle will fall for it. He's going to go on to Chovy. Kyle forced out. The all-out on Hope. It's Hope that he's got. I thought it was the shape splitter, but Keen.
And with those sums not being available, Duro in particular is so susceptible to Tarzan as Gen.G's looking to fight.
Tarzan's being really greedy here. Chovy has stolen away the Cataclysm, but a good make it rain from Hope will slow them down enough. Tarzan going back in towards Chovy. The flank position as well from Shanks is not the best. He's knocked back and taken out. Gen.G claimed the Field of Warfare. Cataclysm flashed away by Hope as well. 5,000 HP.
Will be spotted.
TP coming across, as you say, Chovy spotted. Shanks looking for it. Tarzan goes in. There's a hero's entrance. Cataclysm mob, and that's the wombo combo that anyone's legends were looking for. Keen goes all out, dashes forward onto Hope, and will get the kill. He'll fall forward. Good on Topuz with a 3-man knockup.
Incredible, both an incredible amount of AP as well as ability haste, and Neferi as well as K'Sante in those fights. I think you're going to be feeling good about as possible picks.
Chovy goes in. They're going to go for the fight. The flash away, but there's the Cataclysm for the follow-up. The taunt comes out and Chovy is locked in the pit. He'll fall. Gen.G start up the Atakan. Or ruining in this early game is the fact that Tarzan's the one that's got all the kills. 4-0-1 on this Jarvan. Does have a 1.5k gold lead, but obviously Jarvan, as the game goes on, falls off a little bit. Chovy caught out again as Flandre is looking for the chase. He can just dash across the wall. There's the Cataclysm, though, in from Tarzan. Hero's entrance there for the follow-up, and Chovy has no flash to escape. Hope takes the kill. Chovy falls for the 2nd time this game.
And Chovy has had a relatively muted series, but in this game, he's straight up just getting targeted down by his...
As you see, clearing out vision.
Oh, there's the TP.
Right back in.
That's aggressive.
Keen, Pop Blossom onto Ruler. Tarzan there for the follow-up. Cataclysm coming in, the hero's entrance, stolen away by Chovy. Will keep Ruler alive. Keen goes in with the all-out, pulling Tarzan back into the team. Canyon looking for the flank onto Flandre. He'll go in with the hands, but Super Keen's already dead. Duro low as well. The hero's entrance countered by Shanks as he dashes forward. Chovy down, Ruler and Duro and Canyon, the only 3 left alive.
Been, I think, having great positioning in the fights as well. Thus far has paid off for AL as Keen.
Should be able to get away from this one. Goes all out onto Shanks. He's going to knock back. He's taken out immediately by Flandre. Mum comes in. There's the all-out, in fact, as the Cataclysm comes out onto Ruler. Hero's entrance with the follow-up. There's a Pop Blossom as well, and AL are not done with this fight yet. Canyon trying to escape. Chovy so late on the TP, but Canyon's already down. And
still on for a little bit longer. TP comes in. They want to keep this pressure going.
Using the shape splitter as well to eat those cupcake The Yordle Snapchat. Chovy goes in, Pop Blossom is going to land the hero's entrance there for the follow-up, but the bullet time! Hope Untouched just melts through Gen.G, Ruler and Juro, the only two. The backdoor bonus, I think that cannon minion is too far away, so that tower actually gets a bit tankier. There's a wave coming in bot side, and it should be there in time. Still 30 seconds before any reinforcements arrive for Gen.G. Anyone's Legends strike back in game 4 and will take us to Silver Scrapes.
The Silver Scrapes we all wanted. Number 1 seed versus of LPL versus number 1 seed from
It's getting
LPL.
close.
Shen support still a possibility.
Yep.
The Gragas locked in. So it looks like it is going to be Kyle on the Shen in that supporting role, answering into the.
But he doesn't want to have a health deficit, so he is just going straight back.
And Push is able to get that ward out. Canyon.
Shanks with the early flash, but Canyon's here for the chase. Chovy had the Rune Prison, and down goes Shanks. Legion, as Gen.G have taken 2 of the grubs. Keen goes in onto Tarzan, lands the stun. Kyle trying to get in there as well. Chovy and Duro there. Tarzan, good double impale. The Stand United is going to keep him alive, but now the explosive cast coming out as well. As Gen.G are looking for more. Hope down. Shanks and Flandre trying to retreat, but the Hexagol Ultimatum will lock them up. There's the Blade Caller to follow up, and Shanks is dead. Flandre tries to jump the wall, and just as I was saying, it would be so good for anyone's Legends.
They still kept him alive for a good amount of time. Is Hope!
Lands the hook onto Hope, and Hope almost gets out. Canyon able to take him down in the end, and now AO need to retreat. The Impel comes in, but there's a Realm Wall behind them as well. Tarzan and Shanks in the middle of 5. They'll get Canyon, but Shanks will fall next. Tarzan looking for Juro. Juro just walks.
A normal 5v5, particularly not with this Blitzcrank being on the prowl.
Kyle has a flank though onto Ruler, the cleanse away immediately. Juro still looking for more here as the TP comes in. Kyle has to flash away. Glacial Prison doesn't connect. Counter TP. Tarzan only with the Impale on 1, and now Keen is there. Hexagol Ultimatum is going to take him onto the tower. The Stand United enough to shield up Tarzan for now. The shutdown comes over to Hope as the chase continues. Shanks joins the fight, and he's spitting out Venom. He finds the shutdown. Ruler the flash away. The Blade Caller, but the pull in from Juro's not enough. Shanks has found poison, and Gen.G will suffer. Tarzan chasing further forward. Double twin fangs. He can smite off the unsealed spellbook. Ruler's going to start up the dragon. It's a 9,000, 7,000, 5,000 with the Blade Caller. AL needs to get in here. Sharpish. Explosive cast coming out. Kyle stepping forward with the smite, but it's Canyon that secures it. Kyle's going to dash away. Chovy looking for that backline. The lands onto Tarzan. There's the permafrost follow-up, and Ruler takes the kill. Gen.G begin to turn and burn, but they get hit with a rocket. Shanks and Hope step forward onto Keen. Canyon on the backline to Hope, turning it around onto Sejuani. A hook onto Shanks though, as he's rooted up and shut down. The Hexagol made him enough to kill him off. Flandre now caught out with the permafrost. Kaio's gonna die to Keen, and Gen.G have found the fight. They follow it up for a clean ace. Who does have the flash. He knew something was going on. Tarzan's going for the chase here though. Underneath the tower, Tarzan's going to tank it up. There's the Miasma, into the Petrifying Gaze, into the Impale. Hexagol made him from Keen, into the flash. Oh, he missed the wall. He maybe would have escaped. Strong, so his poke isn't really going to stick. TP comes in from Keen. As he looks for a flank of his own, has the GA. The hook connects again. And Chovy makes AL take a pew. Church is in session here for Gen.G. Keen on the backline. Flandre dead. Keen, you can't even pop his GA. The Angels are on the side of Gen.G. They get the triple, they get the ace, and they're looking to make it 21 series in a row.
As Keen, yet another insane performance in this final one. As Gen.G take down AL.
Rest of MSI we have, you can see Ruler there obviously picking up a few early kills. So safe on the Xayah with that Feather Storm as well.